Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Uh, I'm Muhammad Zikri, and now I'm going to make a small review and a little analysis about Pirate Cove. This is a short story for children. So uh, I'm going to talk about what message behind this story, what can we learn, what issue that represented by this story. That's what I'm going to talk about. Okay, so just here we go. Okay, I want to make a I want to tell you about the story plot first in short, in brief. Okay, this story is about a pirate. Okay, his name was Sand Dollars. Okay, he was a pirate with many crews uh, on his ships. Okay, and then uh, one day when he and all of his crew had had complete and get or got many treasure from all around the world. um $10 with all of his crew come back to go to an island, and this island is actually the $10 homeland. So when $10 was a kid, he lived in this island, and then he became pirate, go around the world, collecting treasure, and after getting so many treasure, he come back to his homeland, this island. Okay, and then he bury all of his treasure that he got with all of his crew inside the land. Okay, so he keep the treasure inside the land, somewhere in the land, somewhere in the island, like that. Okay, and then when they just finished with burying the treasure, suddenly there are such a storm or a trouble in the sea. Okay, and then it's like $10 and all of his crew sunk, and suddenly the story removed to a boy's name. His name is Sandy. Okay, Sandy is a boy, and he lives in the island, in the same island. But this is Sandy story is in the future, where when I talk about $10, it is in the past, but with Sandy, this is in the future. So it's like different timelines. Okay, to make it short, uh, one day, Sandy is asked by his mother to clean up his attic, his room's attic. Okay, and then when he was cleaning his attic, then he found a box. He found a box, and then when he opened the box, and then he found a book. Okay, and then he read the book, and then he found a treasure map. Okay, and then he was surprised and he was excited, and he told his mother and his father, his parents, and then they decide to find the treasure according to the map. Okay, and then when they finally find the X sign, and then they dig it, and then they found a treasure. Okay, when they find the treasure, it's not actually the treasure, but they found a box. Okay, the treasure box. When they open the box, and then it's actually not gold or diamond, but it's actually a book. Okay, and then this is the interesting thing that I will discuss later. Okay, Sandy say, an old book. Sandy said with disappointment. I was excited to find diamonds, rubies, and gold coins, not an old book. So he told that if you find a box inside of it, there will be much jewelry, treasure, something like that. But it's actually he found a book, so he felt disappointed. This is what I'm going to highlight later, and we are going to discuss about this statement. Okay, next, and then but however, he keep the book home, and then they read it, but they finally find that this is not an ordinary book. This is the book of $10. Okay, $10 wrote their family tree, but it's actually and they find the truth that's actually $10 is Sandy's grandfather. Okay, so $10 and Sandy in the present has a blood relations, something like that. Okay, um, and then um, in the book, okay, and then there is such a quote. There is some words that is circled, and then his father noticed that I think it must be a clue. It must be a clue for something. And then it's actually when they arrange the clue, it becomes you have to dig in blah 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 in somewhere. And then they go back to their place when where they found the box, and then they dig it deeper. And when they dig it deeper, they actually found a treasure, a really treasure, gold and so on. Okay, so in the end, Sandy thought that they he just got a book, but in the end, he got what he wants. It is a gold, jewelry, diamond, and so on. Okay, so what can we learn from this? Okay, I noticed that this story um talk about kids on money orientation. Okay, why this is a matter? Because um, money, we are talking about money, economy, and something like that. It's closely related to adulthood because adult life is really close with money. They are working to gain money and fulfill their needs. But it's really important to talk about money, to talk about money, managing money, since kids is such a matter. Okay, and this is uh what I got from the story. Okay, what I told you that Sandy said that an old book. I was expecting to find diamonds, rubies, and gold coins, not an old book. Okay, from this quote, okay, we can see that Sandy is a kid. He's not an adult, but he has already money orientation. He already think about money. Okay, so um if we ask adult, okay, what do you want the most in this life? Of course, if they say I want money, yeah, this is rational because without money, life is nothing. It's hard to do many things without money. If we ask adult, but if we ask children, we never thought that they will think about money. Most of them they will say I want to be the king, or I want to have the dragon or something imaginary like that. But uh, from this book, um, the writer implicitly say that even a kid has already orientation to money. And then this is very important to guide our son, our kid, about money, how to manage it well. Because if they are not taught, they are not educated about money, how to manage it from the kid, from since they were young, um, in the future they will become wasteful person. They cannot manage their money well. Even though managing money is a very important, how you keep your desire to buy to not to buy an important thing, that is not something easy. Even many adults right now, they become so much wasteful, they buy something unimportant. It is because when they are kid, they are not, they don't have education about it. So uh we have to realize that actually our children's, when they are still young, they already have money orientation, and we have to give them a good education about it. Okay, so my discussion today is going to be about kids orientation towards money, and it is a matter, but I think most of parents in the world, they don't think about it. They don't give concern, they don't concern about kids orientation, even though this is a matter, this is a very important thing to discuss. Okay, uh I have a research. I read a research from Michigan University. Okay, and then they say that children as young is already, they already have emotional reaction to spending and saving money since they are 5 years old. Okay, in Indonesia, 5 years old they are still in the kindergarten, but they already have emotional reaction to spending and money. So when they began to have this emotional reaction, as a parents, it's a very important to um give give education, give a guidance. You have to, when you have to spend your money and when you have to saving your money. This is very important. Most of parents, they just give what their kids want. If they are, loyal parents, what their children wants, they give it. But it's actually not a good thing. Okay. Okay. But this study also says that this emotional reaction and spending behaviors were not modeled after their parents. Okay, so according to this research, they are become saving persons, they are become spendthrift, or they become wasteful. It doesn't depend on their parents. Okay, so uh, this is very possible for a wasteful parents, but they have children with a good saving attitude. But it is also possible for parents who always save their money, but their children's like to waste their money. So there is no relation between parents and children. So but it doesn't mean that the parents uh, have no ability or have no change to give them a good guidance. Okay, even if their son somehow have a tendency to spend their money, of course their parents have a obligation to give them education, to lead them way for them to it's better to save your money, don't waste your money, something like that. Okay, and then for this study, they classify children into two classification. The first is spendthrift. Spendthrift is a children who like to spend their money, and tightwad is a student who have a tendency to just save their money. Okay. uh, and then the next fact reveal a very dangerous or interesting fact. It is said that even if spendthrift leaning children were not crazy about an item, they were still more likely to buy it anyway. Okay, so um, we are agree that saving money is a very good. Not being wasteful is a very good. Being wasteful is a very bad. It is a bad habit. But so we are fine with the tight word. Tight words, it mean a children who likes who have tendency to save their money. But we have a problem with the spendthrift. Okay, even the spendthrift, they like to spend their money not only to thing that they like, but even if they don't really like a thing, they have tendency to spend their money. And this is the dangerous. uh if your son is a spendthrift children. Okay, so what I'm going to say that this is a very important to introduce to your children, to our children, about money managing, even from they are still very young. Don't make them become wasteful person, that don't let them become spendthrift person. Okay, just teach how to save money, because it's gonna be very important skill in the future. Okay, thank you so much. I hope it's gonna be helpful and uh, open our mind. Thank you so much, and see you in the next change.